Once again, welcome back to the Cavendish Arms. This is Comedy Virgin presents the Comedy Concentrate. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing this from our bedrooms because we're not allowed to do live comedy in pubs, ladies and gentlemen. We're allowed to do just about anything else. We're allowed to go on high streets, drink beer and fight. We're allowed to queue up outside Primark and pile in and not socially distance and fight over cheap clothes made by children. There's a million things we're allowed to do in the world. We can have our nails done, we can have tattoos, we can go to the gym, ladies and gentlemen. There are so many freedoms in this world, but performing comedy live to an audience is considered highly dangerous. And if you've seen some of the people we get at Comedy Virgin, I've got to agree. It could ruin comedy forever. Comedy Virgin is a place for comedians to try out material for the first time, or indeed try comedy for the first time. Until we're allowed to do it live, we're doing it online to support comedians and keep the idea going that this sort of thing might exist, because people might forget. All we need from you, if you're watching on YouTube, is to join in. We need clapping, cheering, and shouting. We don't mind if we can't hear you.
But do we mind if we can't hear him?
Oh
my God. I swear I didn't do that.
Is that a dramatic pause or?
The gods have
it's pretty good. There's freeze frames are priceless. So.
Action pose.
Oh, welcome back.
Did you like what I did, guys? One of my best action poses there. Let's have a look at those comedians, Shelly. Let's see them clapping, cheering, waving, shouting. Come on, everybody. Yeah, give it your best. Guys, we're about to start. We're going to entertain the public. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Are all the comedians ready? Let's have a look. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Katy's ready. That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the show with a clapping, cheering, shouting, whooping, coming from the comedians. Let's make some noise. Welcome to the first act is the fabulous Mr. Liam Gardner. Come on, Liam.
Oh, no. Sorry, the clapping excited my dog and he stole my set list. So, ideal start. So, lockdown's almost over. Well, hey, nearly there. But at the beginning, right, I was scared. Like, I was panicking. I was paranoid, man. The government said you can only have 2 loaves of bread. And then when you went to the shops, there wasn't any food anyway. So in my head, I'm thinking, right, so if I can get 2 loaves of bread, that's 1 loaf for me. And the second loaf, if I go to the park, we'll be able to catch 3 squirrels and 4 pigeons. Now I'll see you next Tuesday. And then, yeah. I was being stupid, right? Turns out pigeons, big net, squirrels, no chance, mate. Not happening. But I'm good with the mask, you know, when I go outside, like, I've heard some people say that there are exemptions to wearing a mask, and I wasn't sure about it, but I actually saw something that really convinced me. There's a guy with no ears. Yeah. Don't worry, he's fine. He actually never existed, so we're cool. But no, like I said, I'm good with the mask. When I go outside, I've got the mask on, I'm sticking to the 2 meters, I've got my hand sanitizer and that. I'm gonna have to be honest with you guys. I've been drinking from the fridge milk since I was like 14. And if I find a sweet on a bus and it's still in the wrapper and it's not too melty, I'm gonna eat that shit. I'm into shit the government doesn't even know about yet, mate. Fuck tiger blood. I've got pigeon blood inside me, man. I'm going strong. Right, one last little thing before I go. I found it really adorable how, like, obviously the pubs have opened back up and there's the predictable occasional case that comes out of the pubs. And you see these pub landlords online, on the news and stuff, and they're going like, oh, I just can't imagine someone feeling sick, someone getting sick from coming to my pub. It's like, really? Like, I've been a bartender at a nightclub. Some of these customers, I hope they get hit by a bus as soon as they leave my site. Like, I don't know where you're getting this rosy view of drunk people from, but they don't care about their own well-being. Also, you guys know you sell poison, right? Like, multi-generational sickness in liquid form. I mean, I'm a bartender too, but it's glass houses. Like, you can't really... Yeah. But cheers, guys. That was my minute. So, Happy Monday, everybody.
Hey! That was Liam Gardner, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a big round of applause. If you're watching on YouTube, send him some messages. Let him know what you think. He needs to know. He needs some feedback, and you're the only people that can give it to him. What? Was I just? I'm in a room on my own, and I was just heckled. How does that happen? Must be someone on the street just shouting up at the house. Ladies and gentlemen, please. I just think there must be someone out in the garden just shouting shit at me. That has nothing to do with the comedy, just I'm a bad neighbour. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Liam Gardner. If you enjoyed him, let him know. It's time for the next act, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to welcome to the stage by. We're going to put the comedians through it. We're going to check how good they are at clapping and screaming and shouting. So come on, wake up, Sikisa. Come on. Everybody clapping, cheering and shouting. Let's see it from Alex. Let's see it from Phil. Come on, Caryn. Come on, Alex. Let's clap and cheer. We welcome to the stage the amazing, wonderful. She's almost awake. It's Sikisa!
Yeah, no, I was laughing so much, David, because I can actually just imagine your neighbours just heckling, just like, stop doing this twice a week at 8:30. We can hear you.
Not just twice a week at 8:30. I do it most days all day. Regardless of I love a shout and I like asking for applause.
You probably thought the NHS clap was for you. No, David, no. I've been thinking a lot about lockdown stuff and what I've missed out on. I was invited to 4 weddings and 2 baby showers because all my friends have got license having sex. And I was wondering about how those weddings will turn out, because I do like a good wedding, mainly because of the fact that most of the time it's an open bar, because I love to drink. But I do hate when they don't tell you that it's an open bar and you turn up and they're just like, oh no, you're going to have to pay for these drinks now. And my response normally is, well, I'm going to need to have my envelope back. Thank you very much. I'm going to need to have that back. No gift for you. Okay. Thank you, comedians in the background. A lot of the lockdown has been spent on me trying to get more followers on Instagram and Twitter. Follow me at Twix Comedy. Thank you very much. Mainly because I've got nothing else to do and I need to have followers. But that's because I'm a comedian. Comedians love to have followers because we want to be seen as popular. It's all about likes and followers and all that. But I do find that when you are dealing with like things like happy birthdays on social media, it's very, very weird because you get those statuses which are like, happy birthday, Tasha. You're my best friend. I can't imagine my life without you. My sister from another mother. I wish you all the best on your special day. No one will understand us because we have that special bond. You are like a member of my family. You're meant so much to me. I wish you the moon and the stars. You're meant to be mine forever. We are friends forever. And you only met 2 weeks ago. I find those statuses is very interesting. But women probably have the best and hardest time dealing with social media because like women can post a picture and within minutes their friends are all replying ridiculous amounts of compliments, just being like, oh my god, you're so amazing, fire emoji, I can't even stop, girl, you are fire, slay queen, slay, girl, you are killing it, aubergine emoji. Whereas men, you don't get that, you just get a dick pic. That's about it. That's my minute. I'm done. Thanks.
Yay! Round of applause if you're watching on YouTube. Send us some messages, send us some emojis, send us some love. Sikisa, you say you've got nothing to do, but I'm just looking to your left in the background. You've got some fucking tidying up to do, lady.
That is tidying,
mate.
That is me tidying.
No, honestly, when we started doing this, I remember that was a tidy pile of admin with pens, all very neat and tidy. That is a mess. It needs tidying up. Don't tell me you've got nothing to do. And don't come back on this show until it's looking better than that.
I'm just going to go back in the living room. That's what was going to happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Sikisa. Give her a round of applause. Let's just keep moving on. If we just keep moving on, then we can move away. Let's have a look. Let's see who's next. It's the fabulous, the amazing. Start the clapping, start the cheering, start the shouting, start the whooping. Come on, comedians. You're the only one that can be Katy. Let me see you clapping. Come on, Caryn Cobersy. Let me see you clapping. Alex, come on. Fast as you can. Let's make a big welcome to Mr. Josh Chidwick. That's Josh, just there. That's him.
It's me. Hello. How's it Gavin. So I too have been thinking about lockdown. I was trying to work out why the UK government response was just so tragically shit from the start, right? And I think I figured it out, right? I think that they thought that British pride alone would ward off the virus, right? The virus would get to the channel and just be like, oh no. Not them, Gary. No. We best leave this one. They've got blue passports, okay? No chance of getting through that. Not quite sure why I did that as a camp guy, but life imitating art, I suppose, So it is. But there you go, I mean, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, Boris is a shit prime minister, so it's pretty simple. And over lockdown as well, I feel like I've been turning into a bit of I feel like I've been turning into a dad. Right? I caught myself the other day pointing out to my girlfriend a Tesco that I once visited. And I did this whilst wearing sandals, right? With, on full show to the world, one totally unexplainable, messed up toenail. Doesn't make any sense. How does that happen to all dads ever? Apparently not your dads, just mine. That's fine. That's okay. Fingers crossed I don't start saying phrases like, Bob's your uncle. I'm going to leave that there. So, thank you. Cheers. If you're watching on YouTube, I know you're there. Send him some messages. We need some support, we need some help. I'd also like to commend Josh on a very tidy bedroom. And Sikisa, you might want to have a look at that. Now, that's what I call a tidy room. Next week, Sikisa, look at those beautifully placed and thought out items. Josh, big round of applause for a fabulous bedroom. Very good. A beautiful bedroom. A beautiful bedroom. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Josh. Time for the next act, please. Make some noise. Put your hands together. Start the clapping. Start the tune. Start the whooping. Start the stamping on the floor. Make as much noise as you can. I'm going to try and wake up my neighbours outside that window. Hello, guys. Let's welcome to the next act is Caryn Cobersy. Come on, Caryn.
Hey everyone, tonight I'm losing my comedy virginity. Yay! So I went on a proper date. I did what everyone else does. I swiped, I got my perfect match, and he invited me out for a proper date. A proper date? What's a proper date? I called my best mate Kate. Kate, mate, what's a proper date? Guaranteed shag, she said. Result. I get all dressed up. He hoots. I make my way out of the door. I strut my sexy stuff towards the car. It's a flash sports car, cream interior, spotless. I trip up before I even get to the door. I cut my knee. Blood is pouring down my white trousers. Quick, think. Hand on knee, cover blood. I fall into the car, bum first, and then I do what all us ladies do. I turn to the guy. I give him my most sexy, super sexy pose. Hand on cheek, tongue hanging out, desperation filling the air. And then the dreaded words. Shit, you've got blood on your face. I think we better leave this day. Now, a normal person, comedians, would have left it there, but no, not me. I had to ask if I could still get the bloody shag.
Caryn, was that your first time? Genuine first?
Yeah.
Comedians, wasn't that good? Give her a thought for a first time comedian doing it on Zoom. That was absolutely fantastic. You'll be more than welcome to come down to Cavendish when we get started. I'd love to see you performing that live. I thought she was brilliant. That's why we do stand-up comedy. That's why we do Comedy Virgins, so people can do stuff for the first time. She was brilliant. Give her a big round of applause, comedians. You watch it on YouTube, give us some encouragement because we wanted to do some more. That was Caryn. Give her a round of applause. Keep it going as we get the next act up. It's the marvellous Mr. Phil Henderson.
Good evening, everyone. So I feel like the world's kind of starting to get back to normal a little bit. It's been nice watching the football down the pub. I'm a Newcastle fan, and you've probably all read there's a bit of controversy about our team at the moment because of a potential takeover from the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. Personally, I think it's a good thing. I've been saying for years that we could do with a big shake-up there. Looking forward to seeing comedy back on stage, back in the pubs and the clubs. It's been a tough time for comedians. Many of them have lost money, been financially ruined by this lockdown, not being able to sell tickets. I tried to work out this morning exactly how much I've lost, how it's affected me financially, and overall, in total, I've saved about £900 by not buying beer. But it has been very difficult for some comedians. I'm going to tell you a knock-knock joke. Someone challenged me to write one. They're very difficult to write, and it's for that reason that this joke is shit. But we'll push on. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Sigmund Freud.
Sigmund Freud who?
Your mother's tits. Thank you, that's my time.
Phil Henderson, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause. Phil, that £900 saving on drink, that belongs with us. We've not sold any drink, so that 900 you've saved, we'll just take half of it. Why don't we split the difference? That was Phil, mate. Give him a round of applause. Phil just mentioned that obviously lockdown's easing and everything. You can go away for overnights. And for those of you who don't know, me and Shelly have got like about 1 million kids, and we've been in lockdown with them. And this weekend we got a chance to go away without them. We went down to Brighton to stay in this like little rental flat. And we got there, we didn't know this, but we got there, the bedroom had snakeskin wallpaper and a mirrored ceiling, right? So we've been, in lockdown with all the kids in the house all this time. We arrive at this B&B, snakeskin wallpaper, mirrored ceiling. So we lay down sort of underneath this mirrored ceiling. We look, and this is kind this is a sexy environment, do you know what I mean?
No,
snakeskin wallpaper, ceiling, right? Snakeskin wallpaper, and we looked up at this mirrored ceiling. And Shirley, what happened?
It couldn't fit us all in.
And when she says it couldn't fit us all in, I don't mean there was loads of them, because it wasn't an orgy.
No.
When she said it couldn't fit us all in, this mirrored ceiling couldn't actually cover.
No, we're off the edge of the mirror.
Put on so much weight. We needed to put in extra mirror to take in our entire bodies.
It's just not sexy.
Oh, sexy.
Yeah, no.
This is weird for me.
We came home.
So we came home. It was a bit like, if you were to make love under it, it'd be like doing it under a hall of mirrors. Do you know what I mean? Because it's all like, it's all a bit weird. Anyway,
Yeah,
that's
why
what we've been up to. And we've got no one to tell but you lot. So that was our mucky weekend under a mirror. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the next act to come on. Please start the clapping, start the cheering, start the shouting as we welcome to stage Alex, Adra, and G. Alex, where are you?
Hello. So way back when before these times, Corona, I was performing a topical set on the coronavirus, and I was looking back at my material, and I cannot tell any of these jokes now at all. Even if it was too soon. It wasn't that it was too soon. It was like the topical jokes really work with the zeitgeist and don't really work when you use it later on because you're incorporating news from that week. And I know that as much time as we have now indoors, we don't have so much time that we're watching reruns of Have I Got News for You in the 90s. But the worst part is when I first used this material on the circuit, phrases like social distancing was not a universal thing. So I got blank stares from people to go, what the fuck are you talking about? Or isolation and things like this. So I managed to be both too soon and now too late. So if the material was an infectious virus, it would have killed patient zero before spreading to anyone else. And I really think the world would wish that the coronavirus had the epidemiology of my comedy set. And I really wish that my comedy set had the epidemiology of COVID-19. Thank you.
Yay!
And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, send him some messages. There's just one thing I'm going to Alex. You can't do a Zoom comedy set in front of a whiteboard with writing on without expecting me to say what does it say?
I've rocked off a little bit. No.
We need to know what it says on his whiteboard, don't we? Can we?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's just scribble. Like I was coming up with a board game idea. That's all.
It makes you look really, really important, but it turns out you're not. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Alex. Give him a round of applause. It's time for the last act of the evening. I think the last act of the evening deserves as much applause as the first. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, please clap and cheer and shout. Start the clapping, cheering, and shouting now. Make as much noise as you can. Come on, comedians, let's clap to our hands up there as we welcome to the stage and the screen the fabulous Katy Beard. Where are you, Katy? Come on, do your best stuff. Where are you? That's her.
Hello. So I'm one of those very hypoallergenic people. I'm very sensitive. I've got a lot of intolerances. You know, if I so much look at a bar of soap, I've immediately got a yeast infection. Something that I am very severely allergic to, though, is something called exercise. It doesn't agree with me, so I've decided to cut it out altogether, along with anything that requires effort, like breathing. I've just cut it out. I'm now exercise free. That's what I call myself. I'm exercise free. It's like being gluten free, just with a lot more bread, and obviously a lot less movement, unless of course you're counting the bowel movements, because they are very active. My friend said to me, if you go exercise free, you're going to have to give up sex, because that's like a workout, isn't it? I said, if sex to you is a workout, you're doing it wrong. Okay. It's all about minimum effort, maximum reward. Lie back like a limp starfish, let them do the work. That's me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was Katy. Come on, show us some love if you're watching on YouTube. Send us some messages, get typing, send us some thoughts, let us know what you thought. That was Katy B. Give her a big round of applause. Katy, you mentioned exercise, and on about the third day of this lockdown thing, I decided to lose a bit of weight, and the kids said that they would train me. So we took a picture of me beforehand, yeah, and I got this picture of me like this, yeah, and then we took a picture of me sort of about a week ago, and there is a difference. On one of them I'm like this, and on one of them I'm like this. The only problem is if I show them in the right order, people will realise I put 2 stone on. So I'm just going to swap the pictures round. I'm going to show them the after and the before. But I've got these 2 pictures and I put on an absolute ton. I wish I hadn't taken the first picture. So you're right, it's not worth the effort, is it? It's just not worth it. It's like doing comedy online. It's terrible. really, really hope that we can do it back in our pub at some point. But in order to do that, we've got to keep fundraising. We had a fabulous crowdfunder. We're not able to open because we can't put on any comedy. If we don't put on comedy, nobody comes to our pub. Nobody at all, apart from, as I always say, a Scotsman called Tam, but he don't drink enough. So basically, until we put on live performances, our pub will be closed. We've got to keep paying our bills, keep paying our rent. We're going to try and keep surviving until December. So if you're watching this and you've enjoyed it, if you're a comedian that's enjoyed performing, either here or live with us, please, a couple of quid in our bucket helps keep funding it all. We do this because we love it and we enjoy it. We're not trying to make a buck out of it. It's just so we can keep it going. So please, Shirley's going to put up a thing at the end. Please, please, please donate something. Put some money in the bucket. The good thing about now is that you can't put coins in. because it's not a real bucket, so you have to use a credit card and put like 30 or 40 quid in, because you can't really that's absolutely fine by us. So if you can just like empty your bank accounts and put it into ours, and then we can support live comedy. We'll even support live comedy. So if you could just help us with that by putting some money in the bucket, that would be great. And generally what happens at this point is I'll just keep talking about putting money in the bucket. She'll be standing here because she wants lots of money in the bucket. So